Hello everyone, welcome to another market review where I'll be giving my thoughts on the markets, explain my game plans that I have for now. It's only Monday, but really excited for the new week to crush it again in alts and of course Bitcoin, right? So before we get into the video, quick shout out to the sponsor, which is Bybit. The link is in the description. I'm still running an multiple iPhone giveaway. All you have to do is sign up using the link I provided in the description and fill out the form. I will leave a link to the tweet with the instructions for the giveaway as well, okay? Also leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, okay? So with that being said, let's get straight into the Bitcoin charts, okay? So what did we have last week? Well, honestly, after this massive weekly candle and the breakout, I think we can call this a breakout. Last week not too much happened, right? Some alts popped left and right, but on Bitcoin we basically stayed within a range, right? So I'm gonna remove last month's high and last month's low for now, this range as well, honestly, and focus on this weekly candle. So last week, right, was pure ranging without taking any major liquidity, okay? What does that mean? We can now use those weekly levels as a draw on liquidity and to give us a cleaner view on what price is more likely to do, okay? So marking out last week's high and last week's low. Starting off with last week's high and then last week's low. Okay, so just marking those out and then zooming in, already gonna give you a cleaner view of where price is trading, okay? Even on the 4 hour, right? If you take a look, where are the areas of liquidity going to be? Well, above last week's high and below last week's low. Now, those extremes were already sweeps of key liquidity. What I mean by that is the sweep here was the clean sweep of these highs and the sweep here was the clean sweep of these lows, okay? Meaning that currently there is no clean draw on liquidity, okay? So what does that mean? I wouldn't be surprised if we keep on ranging a little longer within this range because we have no clean draw on high time frame liquidity, okay? With that being said, how can we position ourselves for when things do move and break out? Well, the plan I personally would like the most would be a sweep of some lows, right? To position long, targeting the target we've talked about a lot, which is 32k, okay? Still this high time frame range high level, these highs up here into this inefficiency, okay? High time frames on Bitcoin still look extremely bullish in my opinion. If you take a look at this monthly, right? This candle swept all of these lows and then a very strong close, highest monthly close, yeah, for months, okay? Actually, I'm gonna mark out this order block as well on the monthly. Okay, sideways price action that led to the pump, which we can then use on the lower time frames, because as you can see, where does that area line up with? Well, below last week's low, okay? So right below our area of key liquidity, the stops resting below last week's low. So ideal plan for me is we don't see too much upside from here, but instead go a little bit lower during the first part of the week and ideally sweep some lows, okay? Then we position ourselves long, and what do we target? Last week's high first, then these clean highs up here, so these levels, and at that point maybe keep some in case we go for 34, 35k, okay? So that's the first scenario. For me personally, if we go for the highs first, I will likely not short, and the reason behind that is simple. The high time frames look way too bullish for me to look for scalp shorts. It's just not worth it for me at this point, okay? If high time frames are looking bullish, that higher probability plays are always going to be longs. So if we do happen to see upside from here and go for there, well, so be it. I'm still good in spot. I will miss out on margin, but we can look to catch some altcoins on the way up. All right. So that's basically what I'm watching for Bitcoin. But as I said at the start, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin keeps on ranging here a little bit. Why? Because that high time frame liquidity has no clean draw, okay? Unless we go for the lows, boom, then at that point, I think that's a great long opportunity to target higher, all right? So that's Bitcoin. Mostly probably going to be watching on Bitcoin because I think alts are the better play here. Starting off with, the one we've traded a lot over the last couple weeks, actually, starting from all the way down here. We were looking to long Pepe. So we initially had this high time frame range low sweep, which was this, okay? Got swept on this move, reclaim, and absolutely sent. We initially longed here, target was range high. So from this low that got swept here, we went to this high, the lows got swept. So where's the drawn liquidity gonna be towards this range high? So that's still the target for Pepe for me, okay? And then within this range, right, the bias obviously was bullish all the way. But we flip-flopped quite a bit. Well, we didn't short, obviously, but we closed out position, then re-entered, closed again, re-entered, because things were looking shaky last week. Especially Bitcoin did some ugly stuff, and that's why. But anyways, luckily I posted, at the time I re-entered Pepe, yesterday, and I posted it right here, the exact setup in the Discord. And yeah, what we basically said was we've got this high time frame drawn liquidity to the upside, clean range after an impulse move, right, with lows being swept, retested. We had clean invalidation below range low, that's why the stop loss was below there. Entry these lows down here, and as you can see that played out absolutely beautiful. I currently haven't taken any profit yet. It's kind of sad because my first take profit was these highs and we barely missed them. So I'm hoping that we see continuation now towards this high and then our high time frame range high level. In order to see that, I pretty much want to see a daily close above this lower time frame range high. And the reason being is if we would close below this lower time frame range high level, right? What would that mean? So that would be below where we're currently at. What would that mean? That would mean that this move can just be considered as a sweep of these highs and a break back inside the range. And at that point, it would be more likely for this coin to just range around and go from there, okay? So I will see what I do if we close ugly. I might as well just hold because invalidation at that point is pretty clean, simply below the area that led to the up move. And I think we have a beautiful resistance into support flip at that point, and a clean invalidation below our high time frame range mean and below our low time frame range mean. So at that point, I might as well just trail my stops to break even, right? Because that would be the new invalidation. As you guys know, I barely move stops to break even after the first impulse. And the reason for that is simple. I only move my stop loss when I have a new invalidation level. And for Pepe, actually right now, I could trail it to break even because in my opinion, the invalidation for upside right now would be a break back below these two range mean levels, okay? At that point, if we close back below here, that would really show weakness. And at that point, I think we go for this low all the way back into this high time frame range low level and high time frame demand area, okay? So that's the plan for Pepe. As long as we stay above here, I'm pretty bullish targeting the highs, okay? So chilling in that one. Another one that I've been watching is this one. I'm actually in a long as well on this one. This one's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna take a different chart here to explain because that one has more data, as you can see on KuCoin. Clean sideways price action or the consolidation that led to this monster move, okay? Price came all the way back down into the area, made a low, right? The low got swept here, reclaim, retest, and now, in my opinion, this looks ready for expansion into at least this supply, but potentially even higher towards clean liquidity above these high time frame highs, okay? So that's why I'm long on this, okay? Clean invalidation below this range low. I kept it a little wider. Why? Because I could see this sweep some lows early in the week, do something like this, sweep into range low, reclaim, and then send from there, okay? So invalidation is not below these lows, because if we sweep them, that would still be fine. Invalidation is if we lose this range low level, okay, which is this high time frame key low. All right. Hope that makes sense. That's gonna be it for now. It's only Monday. We've got a whole week ahead of us, so still a lot can happen. Stay tuned, leave a like please if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. We're pushing for 10k subs, so I would really appreciate if you subscribe. Takes only 1 second, and I'll keep grinding. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.